Good afternoon, guys and goddesses. Your brother, your host, your friend, Joe the Chef, God Knowledge Podcast. Hope y'all doing good. I hope y'all living good. Hope y'all moving even better. Um, y'all know these hurricanes is out here running rampant. Um, man, listen. The thing I love about technology, as in like social media, the internet per se, is that things that are seeming to be so mysterious, they're still mysterious, but they're being simplified. Like I'm seeing this thing with the skulls in the hurricane. Now, mind you, I'm 33 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I've awarenessly went through hurricanes at this point in life. You know what I'm saying? Having my own home, having my own children to be responsible for, whatever my valuables, like worried about that, whatever. So I've watched the news and seen the picture of this and the conversations that went on. So now there's this thing about the skulls. The skull face in the image of the hurricane. Now, mind you, they're all shaped in a certain shape, and they have the eye, so it's called the eye of the storm. You know what I'm saying? So it's clearly going to be that shape with that center mass in the middle. But the thing is, the world is things that move in patterns give you something to go off. Now, all of these, which I didn't put this part together, that leads me to what I like about the internet. Like, all of these hurricanes, Maria, Matthew, Milton, they have the skull-shaped thing, and they're all the M's, which means they were at that certain point of the year because that's how they name them in order, and they fall in the same time of the year. My point is, things are starting to look more uncoincidental when you put them together. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of random numbers look like a bunch of random numbers until you put them on the graph and correlate the numbers with an action or a time or a place. So with that being said, man, I absolutely wholeheartedly believe that there is a creator of this universe and there's a higher power than me and man itself. I absolutely believe that. But do I believe that higher power is the sole control of the universe? No, because man has not just today, not just 100 todays ago, man has habitually interfered with nature. It's the process. It's what man do. Even down to eating the animals from the land, like they changing the ecosystem with their actions. Like man constantly has put their hand on nature's print. With that being said, I have said this for many years, even when I wasn't consciously paying attention to certain things. Give me the recipe and I can reproduce it. At the point in school where they were telling me how hurricanes come, as in what factors, A, B, and C coming together cause this, you know what I'm saying? Then as a kid, I'm thinking, if they can tell me how it happens, then they can also go and recreate it. Further into life, when I was into the first entry level, that's the thing. It starts out as you just chasing conspiracy theories, you being interested in the conversations of the mysteries. Then it becomes a more mature approach in life where you're not chasing the story, you're chasing the truth. So I'm only running down this rabbit hole just to see the full facts of what can be known and what can't be known. And that shows you where the lies are. Scratch the lie, find the thief. I got that from Ray, one of my favorite movies. I absolutely believe they're controlling weather, man. I absolutely believe that they are manipulating the planet that we're on, as well as the ones that they represent or present to us. I believe they're manipulating facts. They're manipulating history. I do believe they can time travel simply because if there is a way, they know it. It ain't too much you gonna see in a movie that you can't see in a lab. You get what I'm saying? Like, these ridiculous countrywide, region-wide storms coming, the temperature. You're not going to convince me that there's not manipulation. And let's be honest, we're talking government manipulation. We're talking billion-dollar man manipulation. Elon Musk, and he's not the only one. Like, but I don't believe these storms are at random. It's a comedian that used to say that the hurricanes are the souls of the slaves. And they all start in the same place and travel the same path and da da da. Like, so, and I always thought it was interesting. But no, really, I think that weather is manipulated. I think weather is manipulated. I think time is manipulated. I think politics is definitely manipulated. And what I will say is, it's mighty coincidental about how these storms are coming and where they're going. And I only say coincidental for dramatic effect because I don't believe in coincidences. I don't believe in coincidences. But to all the people in Florida and surrounding areas, North Carolina, everywhere who's been affected by the government manipulation of this weather, the cold weather, the hot weather, the stormy weather, the rainy weather, the droughts, like, I tell my children's mother this all the time. If things get crazy, I'd much rather have an idea of what's going on, right or wrong. Even if my ideal of the situation ain't the real ideal, that gives me a start of where to protect myself. Yeah, the government is eventually going to enact martial law. Maybe not in my lifetime, but maybe my children's lifetime. So I'm going to prepare myself for this, that, and the third. You never know when it's going to get real outside. So, yeah, my house is going to be secure enough that I can secure it. I ain't talking about just lock the door. I want to be able to secure my house. Gate the windows, gate the doors. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on out there, y'all. It's a lot going on out there. And one thing the old folks used to say, ain't nothing new under the sun. So just remember that. Ain't nothing new. But internet and technology is making it so even though it ain't new, it's being able to be represented with a new light on it. It's Joe the Chef God Lounge Podcast. Again, to all the people who are suffering from the storms, you gonna make it. Ride out your storm and just know that, like, better days ahead, greater things ahead, and it ain't over, man. November is coming. Y'all be safe. God Lounge Podcast, Joe the Chef. Stay blessed, stay safe, stay God.